Xiaomi's 13 Pro, an international delight that traveled all the way across the globe from China to here in the States following a swift import so I could just try it for myself. I absolutely love using this device day in and day out. The overall build quality is sleek, stunning, and solid. Materials and feel are just top shelf, inherently feeling premium in the hand. The 13 Pro's display is crisp, color accurate, and quite something to see in person. In all lighting scenarios, the display is bright. Scrolling and flying through apps is always buttery smooth with that 120 Hz panel as well. And I have to say, that 120 Hz is crazy smooth. I mean, this is probably the smoothest 120 Hz panel that I've used on a device to date. It's really that good. In the box, Xiaomi included a free clear case, which I do recommend you use. While the build is absolutely beautiful, this is a fingerprint magnet that collects every bit of prints throughout your day if you prefer going without a case like me. Now, of course, we got to talk about the Leica partnership here with Xiaomi on these cameras. First, by jumping into some video samples, here's a handful of 4K clips from the 13 Pro's rear cams. I have to note that in this example, I am using one of the built-in filters that Xiaomi offers in the video settings, but I think the overall footage looks great. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, of course, on your thoughts of this 4K footage from the Xiaomi 13 Pro rear camera setup. While those were just a few quick point-and-shoot samples, Xiaomi offers a ton of video settings to really dial in and get some excellent videos. Those filters that I mentioned, by the way, are super easy to access right from within the camera app. As soon as you select video, you'll see a filter icon offering a wide variety of options to spice up your footage. Onto where the 13 Pro really shines, photography. Portrait mode specifically offers some great features. Black and white specifically is my favorite. Let me know your thoughts. been so much fun using the Xiaomi 13 Pro rear camera setup, one that is easily my favorite camera setup on a smartphone to date. The front facing camera, however, is a different story. It's not the best, and it's also limited to 1080p for video. But of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on a few of these samples and this video sample. And this is the front-facing camera on the Xiaomi 13 Pro at 1080p. Again, it doesn't go up to 4K, but this is a sample of the 1080p footage. So again, that front-facing camera isn't going to be the best out there in terms of your selfies, especially for video. Will it do for quick social media posts? Of course, but don't expect professional headshots from this selfie camera setup on the 13 Pro. Hopefully next time Xiaomi at the very least offers 4K video with the front-facing cameras, as most of the competition certainly does. That's probably about the only gripe though that I have with the 13 Pro. Overall, it's been an absolute blast using this phone. Of course, the rear camera setup is the real star of the show here, but Xiaomi offers much more than that, like a fingerprint sensor that's super fast and consistently unlocks the device every time without stutter or lag. There's also other biometric options like face unlock, but the fingerprint scanner, I have to say, is more than sufficient. That bright, beautiful display we were talking about earlier as well is great for consuming content. Whether you're watching HBO, Netflix, Disney Plus, or your favorite tech YouTuber, yours truly, the content is stunning and the speakers are just immersive. The sound quality from this device is just spectacular. Spec-wise, this boasts some serious power from Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset. Gaming is an absolute joy on the 13 Pro. The device stays cool to the touch regardless of games you play and the hours you play them. Oh, and not just gaming, but add some heavy multitasking, professional level workloads, and constant podcast streaming in the background, the Xiaomi 13 Pro will juggle all of the above without dropping frames or apps. Over the last few days, I've thrown a lot at the 13 Pro, and it's handled everything so smooth. Between all of these different games, also switching between apps for my day job and professional level workloads, as I mentioned, multitasking like crazy between emails, in and out of Teams calls or Slack, etc. Everything buttery smooth without a hiccup. And then in the meantime, I was able to jump right back into some of these games without having to wait for them to reload or anything. It was just so smooth. On top of all that, the Xiaomi 13 Pro's battery is easily 2 full days with heavy use. To top that off, of course, you can use super fast charging, but there's also wireless charging. So regardless of the pretty sweet Leica partnership and the stellar rear camera setup, the Xiaomi 13 Pro has a lot to offer. A lot to offer, unfortunately, outside of North America, which is pretty upsetting to say the least. While brands like OnePlus have been pushing devices to the US, for example, for years, it's worked great for them and even greater for consumers, offering us more competition in a very saturated market here in North America at least. I have to say, Xiaomi offers an incredibly well-rounded device with the 13 Pro. I'm pleasantly impressed and wholeheartedly wish Xiaomi would offer similar devices here in the US. What are your thoughts though on Xiaomi's 13 Pro? Would you import? Have you imported? Are you using one globally by chance? As always, let me know in the comments down below. I look forward to that conversation. Thank you for watching, take care, and stay safe.